Welcome everybody to the Latte podcast. Now we have got a guest favourite on the pod today. We've got Elvin from our conveyancing team, and we are here to talk about something that a lot of you could potentially make this mistake when buying a home. So we're going to be talking about the moment you actually own a property. Now, Elvin, as you know, a lot of people can think that they own the property maybe a little bit sooner than they actually do. So in order to break that down, let's start with the terms exchange and completion, because I think this is where a lot of the confusion comes, right? So you're buying a house, your solicitor calls you, you've just exchanged contracts. Woohoo! Excitement overload. But what does that actually mean in terms of ownership when you exchange contracts?
So exchanging contracts essentially just means that all the parties have confirmed that for real, basically, that they're going to be going through with the transaction. Everyone signs a contract, so everyone is bound to carry out the transaction and to complete the transaction on the completion date. And so if that doesn't happen, there's legal consequences for everyone involved, potentially depending on who breaches the contract and why there's this delay.
Yeah. So the good news is once you've exchanged, you're pretty much nearly there. Like you can start to relax a little bit.
Yes.
However, you don't actually own the property until you complete.
Yes.
Yeah.
So during exchange, typically you would the deposit for the sale and the transaction will be sent. And during completion, the rest of the balance, so the rest of the money, is transferred to the seller from the buyer. And that's when the keys are released. And so you can pick up your keys at completion and then you can move in.
I remember actually, because I was working in an estate agent's a long time ago. And I remember a couple of times agents would get frustrated because people would call them and be like, oh, we want to come and collect the keys, and like, oh, you haven't completed yet. And I was always confused a little bit about that. So I can understand how people do get confused. So you do actually have to wait until all the funds are transferred, because I guess, like, you know, it's a significant amount of money on your exchange, right? So it's like 10-15% normally.
Typically, it depends on case by case, but typically yes.
10-15, that's a lot of money. So once you've paid that over, it's like you sort of do feel like you own it, because you're like, well, I've just paid a lot of money for this thing, you know?
Yes.
So you do have to wait for that completion before you can ring that agent and hound them for the keys. So that's how it goes. So I think, have you got any messages for buyers out there who are a little bit confused about when they might actually own, if they're going through a property purchase, when they might own it?
Right. Well, from the buyer's point of view, I guess it doesn't. You might not see that much of a difference. It's essentially just a period of time between exchange and completion where everyone's just going through the final legal steps, ensuring everything's in order. And so all you have to do essentially is just wait for completion to occur, and that's set out in the contract when completion will occur already. So just wait for that day, and if nothing goes wrong and everything checks out, then on completion date you will be able to collect the keys for your property, and
and it'll be smooth sailing. One last question.
Yes.
Is it possible to exchange and complete at the same time, or is that not legally possible?
Well, it depends. It does happen, but a lot of the times there's a delay, because there's a few things that need sorted out, and it's just better for everyone involved but it does happen when you have simultaneous exchange and completion.
Okay.
I would say it depends on the exact property transaction, I'd say.
So it is possible. So I guess the good news is, if you have exchanged, the likelihood is the keys will be yours soon. So just keep calm and wait for that dreamy call to say you've completed and you own the property. Thanks so much for coming on today, Elvin, and we will see you next week, guys. Have a lovely day.